$1.8 billion just got liquidated in the past 24 hours. Yet another weekend has just left us a bad taste in the mouth. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. As I just mentioned, in the past 24 hours alone, we saw nearly $1.7 billion of long positions and about $1.5 billion of short positions get liquidated. The sentiment before was extremely bullish. After the Fed confirmed the 25 basis point rate cut, the market didn't move exactly as expected, like buy the rumor, sell the news. Instead, Altcoin continued moving higher, slowly pushed the price higher, like Avalanche, Immutable X, Chainlink, Solana, Near, even Cardano were all looking decent. But just as everyone was getting more towards the optimistic side, boom, the weekend came. And as always, the market makers and exchanges reminded us they are the one that actually control the market. Oh, are you bullish? Let me show you what the waterfall looks like. Honestly, for the past few months, every single weekend has felt literally the same. I don't know how many times you can remind it. Once weekend comes, the institutions go home and the whales and exchanges come out to play. They smashed the market on the weekends and then let the prices slowly recovered back up during the week. And until the next weekend comes again, they repeat the game. That's why I personally hate weekend in the market. There's almost never had any good news. And this is just how the game works. It is unfair, but that's the reality. Exchanges can trigger liquidations to protect their own money. For example, imagine we have 100 traders all trading on Binance, and they all open like 10x leverage long positions. So for every $1 profit they make, Binance has to pay out additionally $9 from their own pocket. So 100 players making in total of $100, Binance need to pay out $900 more. And imagine, multiply that across billions of dollars in open interest. And the exchanges would down billions if the traders all win. So, of course, they are not going to let this happen. So when the liquidity is low, like on weekends, they dump the market, wipe out the traders, and reset the board. And they can get all principals from the traders. Do I like it? Of course not. But since we are in the crypto game, we have to accept that it is highly manipulated. Until we see more and more regulations on this, these kind of things will just keep happening. So, am I surprised? No, not really. I don't like seeing this. I don't want this to happen. But when it does, it is no surprise at all, and I have to accept it. So what we can do right now is we need to focus on why this liquidation can happen right now at this point. What's the logic behind the timing? So the logic is pretty straightforward. It all comes back to Ethereum. A few days ago, when I saw ETH kept printing lower highs, I feel something wasn't right. Then on Sunday morning, I noticed rejection sign across all the altcoins. And I then posted on X. Liquidation is happening. Sit tight. Zoom out. So basically a warning that the market was about to pull the rug, and as expected, a few hours later, the liquidation started. For many of us, accounts were looking pretty good earlier in the week, slowly climbing higher. But in just a few single moves, all the week's gains just got wiped out. This is already the second time it's happened recently. No wonder the sentiment is down right now. I am as well. Still, as spot holders, we need to stay rational. We need to see the bigger picture and ask ourselves, what's the next? Has the overall trend actually changed? So let's start with Bitcoin. We can see the Bitcoin has been weak for weeks. The Bitcoin dominance keeps trending lower. But if you look at the weekly chart, it has been sitting on the 100-week moving average for about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks straight. Start to rebound. So this suggests us this level is acting as a strong support, we may see a small bounce from the Bitcoin dominance perspective, which means the altcoins will be performed weaker than Bitcoin. And also we can see a similar setup to what happened right now in the last cycle. If we see in the last cycle, when Bitcoin dominance is hitting the 200-day moving average, the blue line, it has been bouncing around here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost like 9 weeks. So the blue line, the 200 moving average, was as a support, strong support, and Bitcoin dominance moving back and forth from between the 20 and 50 moving average and the 200 moving average. If we're going to repeat the similar move, then the Bitcoin dominance right now could have a few weeks of consolidation towards maybe mid and to the end of October, and will be bouncing around between a 100-day moving average, the red line, and the 20 and 50 moving average. So the move will be like this, right? All right, so let's look at Ethereum right now. So I noticed that the crypto market is really likes to have a pattern like the Buster pattern, right? So which means if the overall trend is going up, right, it's bullish. For example, for Ethereum, if the Ethereum is consolidating within this triangle, right, the horizontal triangle, whatever you want to say, it normally will break out to the opposite side of the overall trend line. So if the trend is bullish, right, the Ethereum will first go break out to the downside and then form a Buster pattern and go a V-shaped recovery back to the trending area and then break out to the upside. We can see a lot of similar patterns from Ethereum alone. If we see here, right, Ethereum is trending horizontally for months, and then you break out to the downside and then V-shape and go to the upside. So that's only Ethereum alone. If we look at like Cardano, right, Cardano right now is in the ascending triangle for a month, and you see there's a higher low, and a higher low. So we all think Cardano should break out to the upside, and the overall trend line is bullish if we see a bigger picture, right? Then the market maker saying, no, I don't want this to happen. Right? I want Cardano to break to the downside first, right? And then we're going to see if this time the V-shaped recovery happens again and sending Cardano price back to this triangle area and then break out to the upside. So if we see the last time it happened just a few months ago on May 2025, where Cardano was forming a descending triangle consolidation and it trending lower, consolidating over here, and then V-shaped recovery and sending to another. Let's look at VeChain. I posted a message on X a couple days ago saying that the VeChain is right now consolidating within this triangle range. And all four MAs, daily MAs are moving together, which means VeChain is going to decide whether it's going to break out to the upside or break out to the downside. Now it's break out to the downside, and we have to see if the V-shaped recovery happens again. So if we move to the previous one, which happens on November 2024, VeChain has the similar move, right? Consolidating within these horizontal triangles, and then it break out to the downside, form a V-shape back to the area, and then rally like 300% of gains afterward. So we can see a lot of coins are happening the same thing. The market really loves this pattern. Even go to see Sui. Sui is forming a overall like consolidation phase since January 2025, basically this year, right? And now it's a decision time to move to the downside or the upside. And we can see here the price is trending lower, and it's going to have a Buster pattern, I think, and then move to the upside again. Similar to Solana. Solana has a different way of making this happening. It first breaks out to the upside and then trending back down to the trend line. And I think Solana may have a lower performance than the other coins. or it will keep trending lower to make it a buster pattern and then go up again. So that's how the crypto does. So I know the sentiment is low right now. So what we can do, right? I think we need to zoom out and see the bigger picture. We should not focus on the short-term price movement. Let's forget of the short term, not looking at the technical chart. Let the market play whatever they want to play, because the overall trend line is still bullish, right? We are moving to the October and the Q4 of 2025. We have so many bullish news coming out. Like on October, we have another 25 basis point rate cut. We have several ETFs is getting approval very soon. Solana, XRP, Cardano, etc. So the sentiment is good. The news, the event side is also bullish. We just give the crypto time to play. Let them to form whatever they want to form. And maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll finally see what we love to see. So stay rational, stay patient. And don't let the market makers, don't let the crypto, don't let the sentiment to control your mindset. Alright, so that's it for today's video. If you like this kind of content, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.